Brighton Hove Albion 0, Manchester United 3. The first loss of the restart for Brighton Hove Albion. I mean, it was not a very good performance in the first half, but in the second half, I think we actually played fairly well. It was definitely a game of two halves, in my opinion, and that might sound crazy to you because we lost both halves, technically. At half-time, it was 2-0, and then United won the second half 1-0 to make 3-0 the overall result. But I think in the second half, we played so well, and to be honest with you, we might not even have deserved to have lost that second half. But it's a game of football. It's not decided on halves. It's decided on the full game. And even if it was decided on halves, we lost it anyway. In that first half, I don't think we were anything really short of abysmal. We did not play to the standard we have since the restart. Manchester United played us out of the park. They opened the scoring within 15 minutes. Mason Greenwood, a fantastic finish from the youngster. I think he's only 18 years old, and he pulled off an absolutely worldly finish. He did a couple of step-overs, nutmeg Lewis dunk on his 300th appearance, which was gutting to see. And he goes into that near post, which you would say keeper shouldn't be beat at that near post. But Mason Greenwood, it's a terrific finish. You got to give it to the lads. So that was 1-0. Already thinking, oh God. And we hadn't started very well anyway. We'd given the ball away. We were sat back in our own box. We didn't have any of the ball. I think United in the first 20 minutes had about 80% of possession. So we definitely didn't play very well in the opening stages. But then they got another goal. Bruno Fernandes scored a deflective goal off of McAllister. And the finish itself wasn't great. Quite lucky it went in. It was going for the left post and ended up going in at the near post on the right-hand side of the goal. Deflected off McAllister. It's 2-0 United. To be honest, we didn't deserve anything less. We've been awful. But the circumstances were absolutely ridiculous. What is VAR in the game for if it can't be used? I'm sorry. I know we would have lost the game anyway, despite whatever happened with this decision. But it would have actually kept us in it, and we might have given us a chance of getting a point out of this. But instead, United go 2-0 up, and it's pretty much game over at that point. Unless we form a miracle and completely turn the game around, United have an absolute shambles for the second half. We didn't have a chance of winning the game or drawing it really when it's 2-0. And the reason being that I'm so annoyed is because the ball went off in the lead up to that second goal for United. Mason Greenwood had the ball on the left-hand side and took it off the pitch with his touch. And then they played on because obviously if they don't spot it in real time, they're not going to disallow the goal for it. And it's past Luke Shaw, who is potentially offside here. He basically is making a run. It's played to him. Dan Burns on the far side, and there's potential he's playing him on with a trailing leg. But it's so close. And in those close instances, you must go to VAR for the decision. And there was nothing on the TV screens, and there was no discussion that any VAR check was being made. It was just bam, goal. Before you knew it, they were taking their kickoff, or we were taking our kickoff after they were 2-0 up. But that was debatably offside, and even if it's not, Greenwood took the ball off just seconds before the ball went into the back of the net. So I think it's absolutely ridiculous, and I do not know why VAR didn't have a look at it. I've heard apparently they can't overrule the ball going out of play, but if that's the case, that's absolutely ridiculous. It's a clear and obvious error. The ball had gone off the pitch. It's out of bounds. It should have been a Brighton throw-in. Instead, Man United make it 2-0 before half-time, and we're pretty much out the game before we've even got started. Yes, in the first half, we were diabolical. To be honest with you, although I do see a lot of quality in Dale Stephens, and I think that the abuse that he receives is not right at all, I don't think he had a very good first half. I don't think anyone really did, apart from maybe Basuma and Tariq Lamptey. They look like the only players out there in the first half who had any sort of passion, any sort of desire to get the ball forward and to try and get back into this game. Everyone else was switched off and they weren't playing very well. I hate to be brutal, and I know it's against a United team who are the best team form-wise in the Premier League. I'm not disputing that. But most of those players didn't show any passion that first half, maybe apart from Basuma, maybe Dunk and Lamptey. Lamptey played really well, and he was taken off at half-time by Potter. Yes, if we'd won the game and it's a masterclass, then fair enough. But I don't think Lamptey should have been taken off. Lamptey's a really quick defender. I don't know why he was played so far at the pitch from the start as well, by the way. Why is Montoya playing at right back when he's very slow compared to Lamptey? Lamptey's so fast. You saw him going up and down that wing. He should be in the right back position, defending against Greenwood, defending against Martial, Rashford. But he wasn't there, and he's taken off at half-time. Yes, in the second half, we were so much better, but I don't know why Tariq Lamptey was taken off, to be honest with you. But Leandro Trossard, he came onto the pitch in that second half, and he did change the game. Man United, on the counter-attack, Basuma sort of put a ball into the box around, the 50th minute, I think it was. headed out by Maguire. Dale Stevens' positioning once again was horrific, but what a ball it was for Matic on the volley. Out to, I think, Greenwood on the left-hand side, and then he puts the ball into the box. Far post, Bruno Fernandes volleys it into the ground and it goes in. An absolutely world-class goal on the counter-attack from United. We couldn't do anything about it. You can't fault us for that, really. Maybe Dale Stevens' positioning, but we couldn't have done anything with that ball from Matic, the ball from Greenwood and the finish from Fernandes. It was brutal. Apart from conceding in the second half, I think we played very well, and I think we dominated. Maybe we didn't have all of the ball, but in terms of the chances that were created in that second half, we made a lot, and Leandro Trossard was the centre of that. Connolly had a fantastic effort from the edge of the box, saved by David De Gea. That was very unlucky not to go in. And we just looked very bright on the attack in the second half. So I'm not sure what Potter did. I'm not sure what he said at half-time, but the changes he did make, although I disagree with him taking Lamptey off, did make a difference, so we were back in that game. It's a shame we lost 3-0. The first half just wasn't good enough, and in my opinion, when you don't play, if you play that badly in a half of football, especially against a team like Man United, who are in such good form, will punish you, you will lose the game. And that's what happened today. No matter what sort of second half performance you have, against a team like that in such good form with such high confidence, you're not going to win it after a first half like that. So, although it's very disappointing, there are some positives to take. Basuma was very good again today. Lamptey, although he was taken off at half-time, impressed me again. For such a young player, he looks very mature and he's very quick on the ball, and I like that. Trossard again had a great impact off the bench. Connolly was hungry and showing why he should maybe start up front with Neil Maupay like he did against Leicester. And on the whole, there were a few positives in there. But we lose 3-0. The result didn't go in our favour. But the good thing is, we're still 6 points clear of the relegation zone. We've got a better goal difference, the best goal difference, in fact, in the whole bottom half. And we've got Norwich at the weekend, a game against a team who's rock bottom on 21 points. And if we can get a win there, we might only need a draw or two to stay up. So I'm still feeling a positive, although, yes, I may have, gone at a few players or the team at the whole in the first half. I've got to be honest, and this is what the whole point is of my match reaction. I've got to look at the players and how they did in each game of football, and I've just given my honest portrayal. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like rating below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your mates and comment below. What do you think went wrong? Should VAR be scrapped? What on earth was going on there? Should that have been a goal for Man United being 2-0 up? I'm not too sure personally, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time after the Norwich game. I'll do another match reaction. I'll look forward to seeing you there. Goodbye.